Do you ever wish that your iPad could be made simpler for your child? What if you could turn your iPad into a distraction-free learning tool in a matter of minutes? I'm the ICT guy, and I want to show you a setting that could help your child become more independent on the iPad. To open Assistive Access, you need to first open the Settings app, which is the grey cog icon. On the left-hand side, you will want to go to Accessibility, and then on the right menu, you want to go down all the way to the bottom until you get to the General section, and the option we're looking for is Assistive Access. Then you go to Set up Assistive Access. Now, I will warn you, things might go a little bit goofy for a while, as it can slow the iPad down for a bit, and there can be a few long pauses and lagging while things get set up. Follow through the prompts and choose whether you want the appearance to be in rows or as a grid. I'm going to pick grid. That's just my personal preference. Now, some apps are optimized for assistive access. That means they've been adapted to make it work perfectly well. These are going to be mostly the general iPad apps, and you can choose here which ones you want to do. For example, you might want the camera in there, and you can then choose which ones you want to allow options for. I'm going to put all of them in just so I can demonstrate to you what it looks like. Some of these other ones, I'm not going to put them in, but I will add in Pictello, and I'm going to give that no access at the moment. That's just choosing whether or not you let it access your photo roll. I want it to access the camera though, but I want it to access the microphone as well. And then below there are other apps. So you can add other apps to Assistive Access, but these are not optimized. So they'll have a frame around them. And I'll show you what that is in a minute once we get it all started. So I'm only going to add a couple because I really just want to show you the basic features, that's all. Let's add one more perhaps. Let's add cursive writing wizard, yes. Okay, so that'll do for now. I've just got a few apps added. I'm going to press continue, continue again. Now you need to add in a passcode in order to enable and disable assistive access. This will be different than the one that you use on your home screen. So choose one that you want to put in, and then need to confirm it again. And you can set a recovery Apple account in case you forget that password and you aren't able to unlock it. So this will be linked to your iTunes account. I recommend putting in a recovery Apple account just in case you forget it. I know you think you won't, but what if you do? Now then, to turn on Assistive Access, you will need to triple click the top button, and that will then allow you to enter in the passcode. If you've got an older iPad with a button on the front of the iPad, it will be triple clicking that. So 3 quick clicks. Now we're ready to do it. So you can either do that later on or you can start using it now. I'm obviously going to start using it now because I want to show you what it looks like. I need to enter the passcode that I just created. And here we are. It went black for a few seconds, but here we are now in Assistive Access. So this is my iPad screen. There is nothing else to it. No swiping left or right, just the apps that I've put on here. So let's have a look at the first one, the camera one, and this has been optimized. So here is the camera. You can see I can take a photo, I can take a selfie, I can take a video, or I can take a video selfie, or at the bottom you can see I can go back. And then ones that aren't optimized, for example, we could look at Monkey Word Adventure, the third app along. When I tap on that, you'll see that it's shrunken down to fit inside the frame. So yes, the app is a little bit smaller than it would normally be, but I can still do all of the normal functions I would do for this app. And for the writing wizard, we've got all the same things we had before. And that's it. It's a really clear, easy to follow setup for your iPad with no distractions, just the basics of what you want your child to access. Now to exit out of this, you would triple click the button and it will take me to either a settings menu or I could exit Assistive Access. Now looking at the settings, I need to put the code in. and you can change the text size. You can put on airplane mode so you won't be able to connect to the internet. You can put on dark mode. You can adjust the volume, and you can adjust the brightness, or you can shut down your iPad from there. So very basic settings. And I'm going to go now to exit Assistive Access. And I'm going to show you a few of the other settings back in the menu. To turn it off, you need that code. This is why it's important you don't forget it. And here we are back at my iPad screen. Everything is back to normal. Now that took about 15 seconds for it to shut down. It took about the same for it to start up. So it does take a little while, but not too terrible. So let's go back into the settings and have a look. Accessibility, all the way down the bottom to general and assistive access. You can see now it's all set up. So this is what we set up earlier on. You can manage your apps, you can add them in, you can take them out, you can change the layout again, you can adjust the wallpaper, volume buttons, all these different things you can change about it. And if you want to, you can even reset assistive access, and that will remove all of that and turn it off. Now, one thing I did want to show you is what would happen if you added more than 8 apps. And as you can see, it will just add it below and you would scroll to them. So there's no real need to have to do any other swipes except for up and down and then tapping on the apps that you want to use. There you have it. You can simplify your iPad screen and create a distraction-free learning environment using this feature. If you found the video useful, please consider subscribing to my channel so you can get notified about any other videos I make. Do let me know in the comments below if you've used this feature, or if you'd like any further advice on how you can utilize this with your child. I'm the ICT Guy, and thanks very much for watching.